Everyone thinks this is a love story. But what if I told you it's actually about why love fails? This is a story about a boy and a girl meeting. The boy's name is Tom Hansen, and he believes that he will never experience true happiness until he meets the one. This belief stemmed from listening to sad British pop music from a young age and misinterpreting the movie The Graduate. The girl, Summer, has not believed in concepts like destiny or love ever since her parents' divorce when she was young. Summer's two favorite things are her black hair and the ability to cut it off. When Tom first met Summer, he knew she was the soulmate he had been searching for his entire life. It should be noted beforehand that while this is a story about a boy and a girl, it is not a love story. By day 290 after meeting Summer, Tom is already heartbroken. Because his two friends could do nothing to help him, he had to call his middle school-aged sister, Rachel, in the middle of the night. Rachel finds Tom smashing plates and asks him to explain everything from the beginning. Tom and Summer used to have a lot of fun together, going out and eating. However, Summer suddenly said they shouldn't see each other anymore. She claimed that just going out and having fun like this was meaningless. Summer wanted to keep Tom in the friend zone, which is why Tom was so heartbroken. His friends and Rachel comforted him, saying that he had been heartbroken before, that these things happen, and that there are plenty of fish in the sea. But in Tom's sea of love, there is only one angelfish named Summer. Tom and Summer met at work. Summer joined as the boss's assistant, while Tom was an employee with 3 or 4 years of experience. Their company produced souvenir postcards, and Tom's job was to write poetic lyrics for them. Tom fell for Summer the moment he saw her. Summer was the kind of girl every man would find attractive. By the 3rd day of meeting her, Tom was clearly interested, but rumors suggested Summer was a cold and arrogant ice queen. However, on the 4th day, he ran into her in the office elevator. Hearing the music Tom was listening to, Summer said she liked that song too. She complimented him on having good taste in music, which made Tom happy because she wasn't as cold as people said. On the 8th day, at an office party, Tom got the chance to talk to her while acting as a waiter. During their conversation, Tom mentioned that he actually wanted to be an architect. When Summer said she only took this job because she was bored, Tom became even more interested in her. By the 10th day, Tom and Summer, who shared similar habits and tastes, were getting along well. While Tom was showing off videos of their time together, his relationship consultant Rachel warned him not to assume a girl is his soulmate just because she has the same tastes as him. On day 22, Tom told his two friends that his story with Summer was over. Since nothing had actually happened yet, his friends ignored him. Tom's reasoning was that when he saw Summer in the elevator and asked if she had a good weekend, she just gave a sly smile and said it was good. Tom concluded that she must have spent the night with someone else. Furthermore, she left work without saying goodbye, leading him to claim it was over. His friends, frustrated by his one-sided drama, advised him to just go and confess his feelings. On the 27th day, the whole office went to karaoke, and since Summer was going, Tom went too. While drinking with coworkers, Tom's friend paved the way by asking Summer if she had a boyfriend. Summer replied that she didn't like being someone's girlfriend or belonging to anyone. Summer, who wanted to remain free and independent, had no faith in love. In opposition to her view, Tom told her that once she truly felt love, she would understand. On the way home, Tom's friend, while drunk, embarrassed Tom by revealing that Tom liked her. On day 31, Summer kissed Tom by the office photocopier without saying a word. Tom took this as a sign from Summer's side. From that point on, they spent their time closely together, eating and going out. On day 95, Tom took Summer to his favorite spot. Looking at the beauty of the buildings, he remarked on how great the view was from there. When Summer asked what would happen there if he became an architect, Tom drew his vision on Summer's arm. On day 109, Summer took him to her apartment for the first time. Because she shared things about herself she had never told anyone else, Tom felt he was special to her compared to others. Although their relationship was going well in every aspect, Tom felt uneasy because they hadn't officially labeled it as dating. He wanted to say, "I love you," but feared that saying it would ruin what they had. Consequently, on day 118, he went back to Rachel for advice. Rachel gave him step-by-step advice using examples of people she had dated to give him the courage to speak up. Motivated, Tom asked Summer what they were. Summer replied that there was no need to label it. She was happy with him, he was happy with her, and nothing else mattered. Looking at Summer, Tom felt satisfied with their unlabeled relationship. They became closer than when they first met, and by day 154, Tom was deeply in love. He loved everything about her, her smile showing her teeth, her hair, her feet, and even the heart-shaped birthmark on her neck. He loved how she bit her lip before speaking, her laugh, and even the way she looked while sleeping. Every time he heard a song they both liked, he thought of her and cherished every feeling related to her. Tom felt like he could do anything as long as he was with her, and that life was full of joy. He had completely fallen in love. On day 259, while they were at a bar, a man started hitting on Summer. Despite Tom being right there, the man was blatant, and when Summer said she wasn't interested, asked why she was with a guy like this. Tom got angry and punched the man. Although he only landed one punch, he got hit back several times and had to go home stumbling. From his perspective, he wasn't wrong, but Summer saw his impulsive behavior as a fault. She didn't like his actions even if they were for her, leading to an argument. When Summer said they didn't need to do this because they were just friends, Tom was devastated. He couldn't accept Summer labeling their relationship that way, while he firmly believed they were boyfriend and girlfriend. Angry that she couldn't see them as a couple, he left. That night, neither could sleep, waiting for the other to call. Around midnight, Summer came to apologize, admit she was wrong, and they reconciled. On day 282, they went to a furniture store together. Summer held Tom's hand and told him that being with him was fun. However, because she didn't want a serious relationship, she asked if he was okay with things as they were. Tom said he was fine, and they continued their relationship happily without any labels. On day 290, just as shown at the beginning of the movie, Summer suddenly said she wanted to end this, neither here nor there relationship. Rachel had to comfort Tom, who was heartbroken and smashing plates after Summer said they should just be regular friends. By day 303, all happiness was gone. This was because Summer had not only broken up with him, but also quit her job. Tom kept sending her messages, but Summer told him to only contact her if they could be friends. While day 141 had been a happy day watching a movie together, by day 314, he was heartbroken and alone in a cinema. By day 321, Tom still hadn't recovered and remained in a daze. He even wrote insults to his ex on the love postcards. As a result, his boss stopped him from writing love cards and reassigned him to sympathy/funeral cards, which suited his miserable state. When things were good with Summer, Tom was so creative he could give ideas for every line: love cards, congratulations, religious cards, and holiday cards. Now he was bitter, and by day 322, he began to hate Summer because he missed her so much. He hated her teeth, her pompadour hairstyle, her awkward feet, the cockroach-like birthmark on her neck, the way she licked her lips before speaking, and her annoying laugh. On day 345, his friends set him up on a blind date, but Tom spent the whole time venting to the girl about Summer. On one hand, he wanted to forget her, but on the other, he felt that no one else in the world could make him happy. On day 402, while going to a coworker's wedding, he ran into Summer on the train. He tried to pretend he didn't see her, but when Summer came to greet him, he couldn't help but talk back. As they moved from small talk to the past, Tom forgot the bitterness and became happy again like old times. At the wedding, dancing with Summer made him feel like he was back in the past. When Summer invited him to a party on her rooftop that weekend, Tom immediately accepted. He went to the party with high hopes and excitement. He expected Summer to greet him with a kiss, but in reality, she just opened the door normally. He expected her to hug him because she loved the gift he brought, but she just said thank you and accepted it. He expected to have quiet conversations just between the two of them, but he ended up just answering questions from her acquaintances. While in his mind they were spending time together, in reality, Summer was busy greeting other people. He hoped they would reconcile, but when he unexpectedly saw an engagement ring on Summer's finger, he felt like his world had ended and left quickly. Knowing he would never have Summer, Tom found it difficult even to exist, and every morning he woke up felt meaningless. After a cycle of sleeping, drinking, and sleeping again, he showed up to work looking a mess on day 442. When the boss asked for ideas for new cards in a meeting, Tom spoke out against the cards. He said the words written on those cards only made people suffer more. He claimed that greeting cards, movies, and pop songs were all lies, and quit his job. Rachel gave Tom a piece of advice while he was still heavy-hearted and constantly missing Summer. She told him that he was suffering because he was only remembering the good memories of Summer. She advised him that the next time he thought of her, he should think of things exactly as they were. Following his sister's advice, Tom began to remember both the good memories and the uncomfortable, unsuccessful moments. While his love had made him remember only the happy times, in reality, there were many times Summer wasn't happy with him, and many times she wasn't interested. On day 290, when they broke up, Tom and Summer had gone to the movies. Summer's behavior while watching the movie was strange. She was crying and didn't show interest in what Tom said, wanting only to go home. Despite Tom's efforts to take her out for pancakes, that was when Summer said their relationship was meaningless and broke up with him. In the present, Tom, now heartbroken and jobless, poured his heart and soul into architecture. 20 days later, while Tom was still struggling, Summer got married to the man she truly loved. On day 488 after meeting Summer, he went to sit alone at his favorite view spot, where they used to go together. It was then that Summer arrived. Tom still couldn't understand how someone who didn't want to be anyone's girlfriend was now someone's wife. Summer explained that the things that were never certain with Tom became certain with this new person. Meeting this person made her understand the love Tom used to talk about. She finally accepted that everything Tom said about love and destiny was true. The only thing Tom was wrong about was thinking Summer was the one. Summer wanted Tom to be okay despite the pain he felt from hoping so much for a girl who didn't love him. Tom, in turn, wished Summer happiness for the rest of her life. After all the days had passed, on day 500, Tom went for an architecture job interview and met a girl who was also there for a job. She had similar tastes to Tom and also loved the same view spot he did. The girl mentioned that she had seen Tom there quite often. When Tom asked her out for coffee after the interview, she accepted. Her name was Autumn. And so, as the 500 days related to Summer came to an end, Autumn arrived in Tom's life.